Hey guys, hi, this is Felicia. So we are the movies and we just finished watching the movie Harriet. And I'm here with my wonderful family, my
Hello,
brother and my
Monica.
sister.
What's up, everyone? I'm George.
Yeah, that's George and Monica. And we just had a quick review about the movie Harriet. So make sure that you tune in, watch it, and you can also join the discussion. Either you have already watched it, or if you are intending to watch it, or you're not even planning to watch it, we will tell you not to miss it. So make sure that you watch this quick review that we did, and hopefully you can also be inspired to start your own review, and let's get the conversation started. All right, see you at the other side. Hey guys,
Hello.
hi.
What's
So
up,
this
y'all?
is Felicia.
Monica.
George.
So we're just doing a quick review on the movie Harriet. We just watched it, and oh my, we have a lot of life lessons and inspiration that we got from her life. Such an extraordinary woman. I mean, we
Strong,
can go.
brave woman.
Yes. So what y'all think about the movie first of all?
Man.
If I'm to rate it, I will give it A plus, triple A.
Yeah.
I agree. Monica, what?
I
Ladies
think
first.
I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it was just such a well-taught movie. And also it brought out like a spiritual side to it, which is very important because, you know, you should always be able to connect to the Father and know that you shouldn't depend on yourself, but rather God, you know, and He will lead your steps. Yes.
One of the lessons I learned from the movie has to do with purpose versus personal ambition.
Right.
She was just a 25-year-old young lady. In our generation, we call them the millennial. She had her own plans. She had a man. She was married. And she was able to flee to freedom. But then she had the courage to come back because she wanted to save her family, especially her husband, not really her mama or
Her
her sister.
husband, yes.
And then she came back and realized that he is already married. And then she prayed, Father, why am I here? And then God gave her personal, that's when her real purpose began. That was bigger than herself. And I thought that all of us should also emulate her lifestyle when it comes to figuring out what God has for us, you know. We always go after our dreams. We want to get married, we want to go to college, we want to do everything without considering what does the Father want.
Yes.
First.
What is His
Exactly.
will?
What's His
First.
will. And so even though it wasn't an easy journey, it wasn't an easy assignment, yeah, God protected her through it all.
Yes.
I think I love her gift, the ability to see
Yes.
that premonition, have the vision ahead of time. So tell me more. We want to know more about.
I mean, it was a great movie. Words can't express how much I have picked up from it because it's incredible how sometimes the things that we think about, that we, sometimes you get up, you're like, oh, my life this is A. A has to come first and B follows and this and this and that. But when Christ is leading you, sometimes A can go up, A could be D, and
yeah.
D could be A.
And A can be
and
Z.
A could be, it sometimes look like a mess. But just trust in God and just keep going because through that you see that the reason why D had to come first for A to go backwards. Because sometimes the God that we serve, the things He do, it doesn't make sense. And you can never get it. Us being humans and carrying the flesh, you can never get it. But He's the only one that knows tomorrow. So He knows that if I bring you the husband first or if I bring you the child now, you won't be able to fulfill this. So sometimes He holds certain things or He takes it away from us just so He could push us to the purpose. And the purpose after that is going to pull everything around it.
Yes.
Everything comes with it.
Yes.
Because watching this Harriet movie, I'm like, wow, sometimes.
Yeah. I
Sometimes-
just thought it was interesting too because it's like, at the end of the day, she still got married.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
What she
At the end of
wanted
the-
still
and what she
happened.
wanted,
She
that.
got the family that she wanted.
Exactly.
And she lived long, 91
91
years.
because she fulfilled the purpose.
my.
She lived one thing I like is that she always surrendered. When she got stuck, she went up to God.
Constantly went back
She
to
went
God.
up to God.
Yes.
In
Like
all
God.
your ways,
In-
acknowledge Him, and He will direct your
Exactly.
path.
She always
Exactly.
trusted.
Sometimes we love us now, humans now. We love what we love so much is that now we forget to go to God. we try to solve things on our own. And there's some certain things only the Father has to say. Only the Father can touch, or only the Father can pull you to it, or you need a revelation. Not everything is the physical. Sometimes you need a revelation. There's some certain battles that you can't fight. You need the Lord to be like, hey, woman, sit down. Hey, woman, this is the time for you to get up. Hey, sir, this is the time for you to get up. Or this is the time for you to sit down. Don't speak now. Wait. Because as the Bible said, that the Lord told Esther's uncle told her that, Esther, there's going to become a time in your life that you have to be silenced. And there's going to be a time for you to speak. So, and as we all know the story of Esther, it got to that level that there was a time she had to mute. And during that muteness, it took her where she was supposed to be at. And when it was time for her to speak, she had to speak. But now it's like we got the speaking and the muting and everything all together, and we are all confused.
Yeah.
Because the Father is not leading the way. We're not listening to what He has to say.
Exactly.
So this is an excellent movie. I believe everyone should come see it.
We highly recommend
Yeah,
it. We
it's
do really.
amazing. I
love
Yeah.
It's amazing.
There is so much life lessons in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too incredible.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, it doesn't matter your gender.
Exactly.
Whether you were a woman or you were a man, whatever God calls you to do, He has already equipped you to do it.
Yes.
So that's the first lesson that we need to make sure you know.
And the
If God-
instructions are already there for you.
Exactly. And when
if
God,
you'll follow.
it's the fact
Only
that
if you listen to Him. And
you listen to Him, because everybody has an opinion.
exactly. True.
Everybody has an opinion with the assignment God gives you.
Ours
So
being
you
humans.
have to make sure that when God tells you to do something, you listen to the voice and you follow the instinct, what He tells you within.
Yes.
I like that she always sought the face of God. She
Exactly.
prayed, Father, what should we do?
When she
And
gets stuck,
it doesn't
she always
really
went to
matter.
God.
She might take first freedom, she went through one way. Second freedom, she had to walk through the river.
Exactly.
Third freedom, there was never a one-way strategy.
Always something
Constantly had to depend on God. And just when she thought it was over, there's always a bigger assignment. Bigger assignment. Bigger
Wow.
assignment.
Yes.
And I thought it was interesting though.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting. So again, we don't want to spoil it all for you.
Yeah.
So if you ever invest money at all, this is one of the movies you will not regret.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether you are, whatever your race is, there is lessons to learn from this
Definitely.
extraordinary life
Everybody
by
need
a
to go see
woman.
this movie. What
Yes.
else you have to say?
Yes.
It's like we spoke the
You so yeah.
Oh, pretty much, they said it. It's just a wonderful movie. And for me, after watching this movie, it just makes me want to be stronger as a woman and know that there is no limits. As long as I have God and as long as I have directions from God, there's nothing that I cannot do, because He is the God who makes the impossible possible. Men will think, oh, that is not, possible. Like a part in the movie, they didn't
the guy
think
tried
it was.
to stop her, and then but
Don't spoil it.
yeah, go ahead.
Don't
Yeah,
spoil the
you flowing,
movie.
I know.
Yeah, so there was a part in the movie, the slaves didn't think it was possible that they would make it to the other land,
The freedom.
the freedom land. So pretty much it's like, it's just amazing because even though they didn't believe, she wasn't distracted by that because she knew
Exactly.
that there was a God who she needed to submit to and obey, and God did lead her to the place where she needed to bring them. So it's awesome.
I think it has a big lesson for leaders, those called into the place of leadership. When God gives you an instruction, please do not go to the followers for their opinion. Because when God gave you the instructions, they weren't there.
Yes.
So stop trying to seek validation from people. I keep saying this. Validation is for parking lots. It's for parking. It's for cars. If God tells you to do something, go to God to be validated, to be affirmed. And when He tells you to do it, don't try to get opinion, because that's when the confusion begins. When you try to seek counsel from those who don't know what you're doing, they are looking up to you. So you need to be confident that you heard the
As a
voice of
leader,
God
yes.
and step for it, regardless of how you feel. I heard that courage is not the absence of fear. There were many times Harriet was afraid. But you see, that didn't stop her from
Right.
taking the step. She prayed and she took a step. Sometimes she had to enforce her authority by saying, you know what, we are going this way. Everybody follow me.
As a
If you're not
leader,
going to follow me, I'm going, she had to be firm, else they were going to take advantage of her. And exactly, so
she's the one with the call.
exactly.
She's the one that would
And one of the things you need to learn, when God tells you to do something, believe that He has already equipped you for it.
it's
Because you
lined up.
may not feel comfortable, you may not
It's
feel
lined up.
confident or competent or skillful enough, or there's never enough for anything God tells you to do. And that's, I think, is the beauty of it. You will never feel adequate enough. But guess what? It's the reason you are feeling that way, because He wants to do it through you to make it all possible. So thank you for your time, and I hope you had a good time. We had a good time, and if you have not watched it, make it a point to be there. And we promise you, you're not gonna miss it. Once again, this is Felicia and Monica.
And George.
Take care.
Take care.
God bless.
God bless you. Bye.